I think it's currently 7 degrees, I saw in the car. So it's a little bit nippy, but it is beautiful, like we're enjoying the cooler weather. So this is the layout of the Cowra POW camp. So they had two sections for the Italians, one known as Prisoner of War Camp number 12. We just watched a really awesome little movie. It only went for 10 minutes in the information centre.
The war has caused terrible labor shortage, so Italians believe they to work on farms around here. Of course, that could never happen with the defiant militant Japanese business.
The association uses the bills to remind people of the continual need for vigilance and rededication that must be done for us to achieve world peace. The Australian chapter of the World Peace Bill Association.
Hello friends, welcome back. Today we're exploring the beautiful town of Cowra, right in the heart of New South Wales. At first glance, Cowra looks like any other country town, but its history tells a very different story. Best known for the largest prisoner of war breakout on Australian soil during World War II, Cowra has transformed that difficult chapter into a lasting message of peace, remembrance and friendship. Join us as we uncover the history, visit some local attractions, and discover why this small town leaves such a lasting impression. So our first stop, as usual, is the Information Centre in Cowra. And as far as information centres go, this is a pretty great one. Look at this lovely rose garden out the front, which I imagine looks absolutely beautiful when the roses are out. But inside the information centre is where we're going to find the Cowra POW hologram. So apparently this is a 9-minute hologram, and it just recounts the story of the Cowra breakout in 1944. It's housed inside the information centre in a small tin replica of a hut that was found at the prisoner of war camp during World War II. So it just tells the story of the Cowra breakout, and it tells it through the eyes of a girl called Claire, who was a young Cowra local. Now, we were told this is the best place to start our tour of Cowra, so we're here and we're ready to learn a bit more before we head out and look at everything there is to see here. Hang on, I've just got to get a video because Mr. Farmer is wearing tracksuit pants and that doesn't happen very often in...
You don't want me wearing shorts?
No, I didn't tell you to put them on. No, I didn't.
I'm not wearing them very well.
It's very unusual to see Mr. Farmer in long pants at all, ever. The original sirens at the Cowra POW camp. Wow. Okay, Cowra prisoner of war camp.
Welcome to the Cowra Visitor Centre. In 10 seconds, we will be presenting an overview of one of the most tragic wartime events to occur on Australian soil. The breakout by Japanese prisoners from the Cowra POW camp during World War II. Please enter the prisoner of war hut and display area inside this building.
name is Claire Simons. I'm a Caravan. I was born here, went to school here, and one day when the war's over, I hope to get married here. My boyfriend Barry joined the army quite early in the war. He was fighting in Singapore when the British surrendered in 1942. He was taken prisoner by the Japanese and is still a POW. I pray for him every night, and I pray that the Japanese look after their prisoners the way we do here at number 12 POW Camp Cowra. The camp is about 2 miles out of town and houses 2,000 Italians, 2,000 Japanese, a handful of Koreans and Chinese, and up until last year around 1,200 Indonesians. The war has caused a terrible labour shortage, so Italians are released daily to work on the farms around here. Of course, that could never happen with the defiant, militant Japanese prisoners. The townspeople like the Italians, and I've heard of one woman who had a fling with one of them. Many of the Italian POWs say they'd like to return to Australia at the end of the war. Victory celebrations in Cowra went on for days. But it was difficult for me, not knowing whether Barry was dead or alive. But finally he came home, after spending months in a military hospital. At around 2 a.m, Navy pilot Tadeo Manami sounded his bugle, and 1,104 prisoners spilled from their huts, leaving behind burning blankets and clothes set to torch the buildings. 2 alarm shots were fired by a guard in the doorway. The main Japanese rush was directed at the unmanned Vickers machine gun, mounted on a trailer outside the perimeter fence. The attackers intended using it against the garrison. But they were in a race against 2 Australian privates, Ben Hardy and Ralph Jones, wearing great coats over striped flannel pyjamas and unlaced.
So this is the layout of the Cowra POW camp. So they had 2 sections for the Italians, 1 section for Japanese, and 1 section for Japanese officers, Koreans, Indonesians and Italian fascists. So we're here. We're down here and we're looking out over this. So this section here is the Japanese officers, I'm guessing. Then they had the Japanese here, down the back there beyond Brett, and say down here is where they held the Italians, probably. So this was known as Prisoner of War Camp number 12. We just watched a really awesome little movie. It only went for 10 minutes in the information centre. If you're in Cowra, go and do that before you come here, because it gives you all the information. So here's the Vickers gun machine, compound, Japanese compound, Italian compound, Japanese officers. So you can kind of see how it went. Gosh, it was big. So yeah. We did find out that they had all the Italians. They used to send them out during the day from the camp to go and farm, because there was because of the war, obviously, there was a big shortage of workers here in Australia. So they sent the Italians out daily. But they couldn't send the Japanese out because the Japanese were more interested in dying before helping, so death before dishonour. Otherwise, it was all about the shame of defeat, I suppose. But yeah, the Italians were, they were all treated very well, but the Italians made friends with the Cowra town people, and a lot of them said that they would like to settle here after the war. And I suppose a lot of them probably did.
The Japanese, the Indonesian, and the Italians and Australian.
These 4 panels depict aspects of the Cowra prisoner of war camp over its 6-year life from 1941 to 47, the Australian soldier on guard, Japanese playing baseball, Italians and their love of music, and the Indonesian mothers and children. This relatively calm time was shuttered in the early morning of the 5th of August 1944. The breakout resulted in the deaths of 234 Japanese and 5 Australians. Private Shepherd. Private Shepherd. He was posted to Cowra on guard duty because he was blind in his left eye. Killed on duty, so he was
one of those.
he was one of the ones that were killed. Oh, there's a good picture of it.
And that bit about there.
Yep. So lots of leftover buildings.
You know they've got to stay in the park.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
You
so
probably
they stay in the park.
Yeah.
Whether or not people do.
Yeah. And goes all the way down to where the trees surround. We're here at the garrison gates. So this is the 22nd Garrison Battalion. So we were just over here. We were here. And this is where it started here. Welcome to a walk through the pages of history. This walk will take, so you can walk from here all the way. There's a path all the way to the POW camp. So this was the place occupied by the troops whose job it is to protect that area. Wow. And these were the gates, I guess. It's a funny place because it's literally in suburbia on a street corner. But it is still quite a beautiful spot, which I guess it's why it's preserved. But it is quite lovely. But we really are. We're just in suburbia. Anyhow. This gateway marks the entrance to the prisoner of war camp, which existed during World War II. Through the assistance and cooperation of the Cowra Shire Council, the efforts of the Cowra sub-branch, it is preserved and been dedicated in anyway, of those Australian servicemen who gave their lives. So this is the peace bell. On the 4th of August 2014, representatives of 18 nations rang Australia's World Peace Bell in solemn commemoration of the outbreak of the First World War 100 years ago.
This is Australia's World Peace Bell. It was awarded to Cowra for the Shire's contribution over many years to the aims of world peace and its commitment to international understanding. Of great significance is this community's special relationship with Japan, as a consequence of the tragic breakout of Japanese servicemen from Cowra's prisoner of war camp during the Second World War. 231 Japanese and 4 Australian soldiers were killed, and they're buried in Cowra war cemeteries. If you wish to learn more about the breakout, visit the Cowra Visitor Information Centre and see the amazing hologram-like display that will take you back to that tragic early morning in August 1945. In 1954, the first World Peace Bell was installed in the forecourt of the United Nations headquarters in New York City. His Excellency Rear Admiral Peter Sinclair, the then Governor of New South Wales, officially lead dedication to the work that must be done for us to achieve world peace. The Australian chapter of the World Peace Bell Association, which is based in Cowra.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Sun's out, finally.
The sun is out. It is beautiful. We are in Cowra. We arrived here yesterday and we are staying at the, where are we staying? At the showgrounds in Cowra, which is quite nice. It's not too bad for $30 a night, power and water. And we're just coming out because today was a bit, I don't know, rainy, was it? It was sort of, well, yesterday. It's been weirdly raining on and off, but today is absolutely beautiful. So we are going to have a look around, and we've got some nice artwork to have a look at this morning. And we've got a beautiful park behind us, so we're going to take Loki for a walk and just discover what's in Cowra today.
That's it. Enjoying the sun.
Yeah, enjoying the sun, right? This is the park in Cowra. All the leaves are falling off the trees. Look at this. We don't see this in Queensland, so it might not be a novelty to a lot of people, but it's a little bit of a novelty to us. All the beautiful changing colours. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful and fresh. I think I don't know what time it is. It's probably about 9:30 or something like that. It's only about 7 degrees. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. So much history in Cowra as well. We did do a few things yesterday, which you'll get to see. Very interesting place. Oh, I said from a distance to Brett, is that a gravestone over there? And it's a water catchment. Oh dear. What do I know, eh? Anyhow, underneath the bridge, there's some beautiful, they've painted on the pillar things, posts. What do you call those things? Posts, pillars, whatever. Yeah, so we'll go over and have a look at those. Yeah, local Indigenous artists. Doesn't actually say who, it just says multiple artists. When you look it up, I look up these things on the Silo Art app, and it tells you all the little pretty places that you can go and look at silo art and murals and things like that in each town. So yeah, it's quite nice. Oh, they are nice ones. Okay, let's have a look at these. These ones are birds. Oh, they're very pretty. Oh, okay, Loki. Well, friends, we're going to leave you here for this week. We really hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about Cowra's history. We found it fascinating that such a small country town has played such a significant role in Australia's wartime history. Next week, though, we'll swap history for another adventure as we head into a peaceful little camp in a tiny town called Boning and a big city stop, the nation's capital, Canberra. Until then, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and chat to us in the comments. We'd really appreciate it. See you next week.
Colors and contrast making it art.